Member for Outremer.
Mr. Speaker, during the last election, the Prime Minister promised that if elected, he would help protect the workers and pensioners of insolvent U.S. Steel. Yet here we are in the midst of an historic purchase agreement of U.S. Steel where pension and benefit cuts are on the line, and the Prime Minister's been missing in action. What does the Prime Minister intend to do for a retired Stelco worker who spent 40 years at a blast furnace and stands to lose his health benefits?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
We understand how difficult the situation is for many workers across this country, and indeed the workers at the Stelco plant. That's why we're focused on working with them to try and develop solutions. We are engaged and we are aware of this challenge, and it's one that we are working with them on.
De Lac Saint-Jean.
Mr. Speaker, I wonder if the Prime Minister really knows what is going on with U.S. Steel from his answer he gave earlier. During the campaign, Liberals promised U.S. Steel employees and retirees that employers must honour commitments and, quote, pensioners must be included in any consultation and planning process. Today, the Hamilton Steelworkers are forced to come to Ottawa to once again ask this government to come to the table. The impending sale of U.S. Steel gives no guarantees that pensions, health benefits and wages will be protected. Hamiltonians are asking, what is wrong with this government? Why, with the Hamilton Steelworkers in the room, why is the government refusing to help the 20,000 plus who stand to be hurt by this deal?
Honourable Minister of Economic Development.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the member for his question. As he knows, our government recognizes Canadian steel producers to be world-class, and that is why we're engaged on this file. And it's very important to our manufacturing sector and our innovation agenda going forward. The member knows the proceedings are still before the courts, but I hope for a fair and successful resolution. And we are committed to the region and we're committed to the sector. We're very much engaged, Mr. Speaker, and I'm working very closely from the member from Hamilton East Stony Creek, the member from Hamilton West Ancaster Dundas, and the member from Burlington. We'll continue to work on this file, work with the steel workers, work with the company to find a good solution.
Order. The Honourable Member for Hamilton Centre will come to order. The Honourable Member for Essex.
Again, no answers from Liberals for working Canadians. When will this government start standing up for Canadian steel jobs? Mr. Speaker, China is unfairly dumping steel at prices that undercut and hurt Canadian producers. Our steel industry is urging the government to strengthen Canada's trade remedy rules. Instead, the Liberals are considering giving China market economy status, which would make it even harder for our steel producers to compete. Why are the Liberals letting China off the hook? And when will this government get serious about tackling unfair steel dumping?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of International Trade.
Mr. Speaker, steel dumping is a major concern for Canada. The Minister is working with her colleagues, the Ministers of Finance and Innovation, to support Canadian jobs and competitiveness. The Minister met with the CEOs of Canada's steel companies through the Canadian Steel Producers Association in early June to discuss their concerns. She's met with workers. She's also worked on the issue while in Europe this month. And as chair of the Canada-US Committee in Cabinet, Mr. Speaker, the Minister is working with our American counterparts to address the issue of overcapacity.
Honourable Member for Oshawa.